Ha. Let's see. That's fine. Oh, shit. I forgot, though. You know, if you're listening on the radio, you're just listening to me, like, blabber the fuck on. Like, think we got that. Like I said, though, ladies and gentlemen, I fucking had to switch some shit around because I had to do some recording and settings and this and that, and I hadn't fucking switched it around like that in a while, so I forgot to switch it back for the radio. And that's pretty much the motherfucking long and short of it. Alright? I am hoping like hell that fixes my motherfucking echo problem. I want to see. Hey, babe, when you come back, I want you to. Where do you usually keep me? When we're live. I can't. I mean, fucking, we took so much of a goddamn break. Usually around 50? Whoa. Alright. See, yeah, I think I'm too high there. Let me take this down right here. Alright. Hello, 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 hello. Babe, how do I sound? Well, I've got it fucking pointing more towards you. She's... Alright. Well, stop fucking with me. Still echoing, but not as bad. Alright. Well, you can't even fucking hear me unless you're on the radio, Lando. I guess you could be over on the radio, though. Let me know. Are you? What? Hey, listen, he might be on the... Well, I mean, but fucking... I'm not going to switch back and forth between this and that and that and this. He doesn't. I've seen him do it. I've seen him do this shit. God damn it. But, you know, that's okay. That's okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the motherfucking tech issues and shit, but fuck you fuckers anyways, right? I mean, what else you got to do, right? Are you at the gathering? If you're at the gathering, you still got 2 fucking focus rights? That is not possible. How in the fuck? Gentlemen?
I heard like a fuck word, and after that it was like, oh, it's Factor.
Yeah, well, because I say fuck a lot, man. What? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that shit.
It was like, it started off quiet, and I was, oh, what had just happened?
Wait, Lando's saying I'm hearing you on here. Are people listening to us talking?
Oh, I guess I forgot to turn that fucking shit off. I don't rightly give a shit, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about that?
Wow, they actually heard our conversation.
No, they didn't hear y'all, because I'd had y'all unplugged. They just heard me bitching about trying to fix this motherfucking tech issue.
Oh, shit.
You know? Like, what the fuck's this goddamn issue? Be screaming at his shit? It's like, yeah, I'm screaming at my shit, motherfucker. What about it? I do it all the time. Alright, let me know if y'all can still hear an echo now that I am back live right now. Like, if you see me pointing down, I need to know at that moment if y'all still hear a fucking echo. And if I hear no, I'm going to go and continue this show. And if I hear yes, I'm going to go and continue this show. Yes, I know, Lando, you want to fuck Cindy Starfall. I understand. And that little mushroom thing you sent was really weird. And if that's how you have an orgasm, bro, seek medical attention.
Is that from that movie we're about to review?
What? Do me a favor. Turn them up a little. No. Cindy Starfall is the star that we've got coming up on Simple Sunday.
Allie just commented echo, echo, echo.
I don't get why you got 2 of these. Echo,
on
echo,
with
echo.
The show.
On with the show.
On with the show.
My wife just said since all 3 movies sucked, let's just cancel it anyway.
Well, Last House on the Left was like the only good one that we chose so far. This is by far like...
Fuck you. Dead Rising is a good movie.
Did you just say Dead Rising?
Deep Rising. My wife...
Deep Rising, motherfucker.
Whatever. That's her fault for saying that shit earlier. I don't even care. That's what she said earlier. Dead Rising.
Deep Rising. That's your movie, dude. She didn't know the title.
continue the show with echoes?
Just talk, motherfuckers. I got shit to do.
Shit.
You hear me?
What's up?
I hear you in the background, yeah.
I said talk shit, fuckers.
What up?
Oh, what up, motherfuckers? Yeah, I want to kill myself at the end of this episode, but yeah, what's up?
Welcome to the worst episode of Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour ever!
In history.
Historically, the worst episode. You were tuning in.
This is coming up so great.
Yeah.
All right.
Hootie tootie, disco cutie.
Hello?
Oh my
Hey.
god.
All right. Hey! Let me see. Do me a favor, babe. Raise that up to 65. All right? Let me check that now. I can already tell that that shit is gone. What the fucking shit was that shit, babe? Why in the fucking fuck did you have 2 goddamn Focusrites? That does not make sense. I only have 1 fucking Scarlet, motherfuckers. I don't have 2 goddamn interfaces.
That's one unquestionable question, man.
Worst episode. No more echo.
Yes.
Shout
No
out
more
to
echo,
the
let's start.
wife
Nice.
points. Wife points. Hey, I gave you points. Why didn't you just do that in the first place without me out to come and look at this shit though? Why don't you explain that to You know what? Well, you fucking figured it out. She gonna say she don't understand this shit, but she's the one that figured it out, guys. Whatever.
Let's start.
We're 22 minutes
let's
deep
just play.
and have
Let's
not
begin
gotten
the
into
damn
a
thing.
single film. So let's start the fucking show. Again, look, like, subscribe, all that good shit. I know ain't nobody liking, ain't nobody subscribing in this video. We've been fucking off way too long. So fuck it, right? Just jerk me sideways with some shit called Sweatshop, Chuckles. What the fuck was that shit?
Man, Sweat Show. You said Sweat Show?
Sweatshop, Sweat Show. It was a shit show. How about that?
It was it was. It literally was. And Allie, I love you still, but still, fuck you for having me watch this shit. It's just like, I'm so happy. The only thing I'm happy about this damn thing, I was so happy I did not spend any money just to watch this film. Where do I even begin with this? Where do I even begin with this fucking story of this movie? All right. So it starts off with a naked chick in the middle of a warehouse, all by herself in the darkness, and she starts hearing shit from the corners around the ceilings and shit, like you would hear from the movie Demons. Yeah, I'm calling you bitches out for stealing their ideas. Anyways, she runs through the plastic. All of a sudden, there's a cop come outside, and he's investigating, and he's pissed off and angry, saying, "You motherfuckers should fucking church or some shit like that," while he's holding up his gun, searching the place, and all of a sudden the bitch comes out the curtain screaming, "Help me!" Then she gets shot in the fucking face and shit like that multiple times, and then the cop dies again. Yeah, that was the beginning of it.
right.
Why don't you bastards go to church like everybody else? I'm like, what year was this movie filmed?
2009.
Yeah. And real quick, I want to make 2
like,
points.
Is this 1900?
Well, I want to make 2 points about this film, though, guys. All right. One, like 12 minutes into this movie, I was just fucking confused. I was like,
I was confused as shit out, too. I was like, the moment I just started watching it further, okay, all right, why do I have this feeling that I'm going to get angry throughout this entire movie?
turn my background music back on, would you, babe?
As soon as I saw how cheap it was, I kind of like figured, I was like, okay, this is probably not going to be that great.
All right.
And especially the intro was kind of weak. I was like, what the hell?
And who the
Why did he
fuck
keep
runs out of
shooting
the plastic
chick
out of the
at
dark scene? Help me! Like
Well-
that, in that tone of voice.
Well, but to the point you just made, Elmo, this movie was made for 12 grand.
Oh, that's not a lot of money to put into a movie.
That was
Yeah,
a
it's
shit.
really
That was
not.
a cheap ass movie, dude. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, especially in fucking 2009 for a $12,000 movie. I mean, look, were you trying to make another Blair Witch? You epically failed. Allie apparently thinks we're hilarious, fix on our tech issues, so there's that. But the other thing about this film, it won best special effects in 2009 at the New York City Horror Film Festival.
What? They weren't
What
that
in
great.
the fuck is wrong with these people? Okay, legit motherfuckers like that do not even know what a goddamn horror movie is or what a good movie is.
No.
No.
I wrote down. There's some weird quotes in this movie, though. There is a scene where I don't know if anyone else caught this, but this chick is dancing naked, and someone was like, "Touch the nipples, smell the nipples." I was like, "Who says that?"
I have no idea, dude. It
Well,
was just
first
so
off,
fucking
I could see
stupid.
you saying that. Just replace nipples with feet.
Smell the nipples, but who's ever been
No.
like, "Oh, I wonder how those
No,
nipples
smell the feet. Smell the feet, bro. You telling me I've seen some pictures of you looking like you smelling the feet.
Well, yeah.
Like, I don't want to know how nipples smell. I just want to know how they fucking taste.
I've just never been to a strip club and like with my buddies, and one of them's like, I can't wait to smell some nipples. I've like never heard of nipple smelling.
Oh god,
Fair point. Hey man, there's a
that
fetish
guy was a
for
virgin.
everything.
Smelling.
For anybody who
nipples.
says I can't wait to smell some nipples, yeah, you're a fucking virgin.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying.
Like 40-year-old virgin talking about the bags of sand.
Yeah, just like that. It's like, you know when you guys like touch a breast, it just feels like a bag of sand when you touch it, and they're like, a bag of sand? It's like, nigga, have you felt a breast before, man? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm glad to see the only award it won was for special effects. Because I will say, that's the one thing that I appreciated about this particular film, where there were great moments of gore that you could see they'd at least put in a good amount of effort into as far as to make it look good. You know, I feel like if they'd have spent that amount of effort on the script and story, it would have been a way better film.
I just wish they were all killed in real life in the movie, and it made my day better.
I mean, they're probably all strung out on heroin, and probably a couple of them are dead.
It's just like whoever set this whole casting crew and thought they were good actors should get shot in the face. It was so bad.
Real quick. Allie says feet are gross, but Lando wants to smell Cindy Starfall's nipples.
He would.
Yeah,
I
you're
just-
a virgin, bro.
I noticed there was. I wrote down a couple of other really weird ass fucking quotes in this movie too. There's two others. Right? It says, "Dude cream belongs on chicks. Only cream I like is ice cream."
Ice cream.
Yeah.
I was like,
what the
wrote
fuck?
this shit?
The moment he said that, it's like, all right, I'm gonna get a fucking bottle. I need to get the bottle again, dude. It's like, this is making me mad, dude.
This movie's making you drink yourself to death.
Damn it, Allie.
It literally did, dude.
You're turning Chuckles into an alcoholic.
The moment they were saying some dumbass quotes, to say, all right, I gotta get the bottle again. I literally drunk almost like 10 fucking times throughout the entire goddamn film.
Chuckles is going to be in an AA meeting later crying about this movie.
And all of a sudden, I'm getting an intervention from my family. Say, you have now become an alcoholic. You need some help.
Chuckles goes to rehab.
That
Comes back
sounds
out
like a
and
better
becomes another
horror movie than
alcoholic.
this shit.
Anyways, move along.
Wait,
What?
Chuckles. No, fuck that. I got a great idea for a film. Chuckles goes to rehab.
I'll watch that film like multiple times in this shit.
I would
Yeah,
too,
I'll
bro. I would enjoy seeing you kill a whole bunch of motherfuckers in rehab. Oh, you got a heroin problem? Here, and just start stabbing them with needles or some shit. Yeah, you could. It would definitely be better than this, I will say.
I can make a better, I can make that into a real horror movie and make it good with some good acting and all better effects than what I've just seen in this.
Yeah, and this is a very this movie. It's hard to talk about because it's kind of plotless.
There was no plot at all. Like, I'm on Wikipedia and there's no fucking plot.
Well, here, my wife's like, we should go on to the next one. So here's a brief synopsis of what the fuck this shit was, right? They were throwing a fucking party in an abandoned warehouse. There was some crazy motherfuckers in this abandoned warehouse. Some zombie-looking motherfuckers that were never explained, which annoys me to a whole nother level. And some big beast dude with a fucking, like, a goddamn warhammer, essentially, going around, wearing a welder's mask, going around smacking people with it, right?
To the person who made this film, I hope you get sued by Dario Argento because you literally just stole the looks and ideas from the movie Demons of his film and try to recreate it as your own. And it's so obvious you could just tell it from those demon girls or whatever the hell they were called.
Allie just said center point.
Wait,
I
don't get that.
Anyway.
Why is that funny?
Well, Center Point's a Bay Area rehab that's really famous around here.
Oh,
it's just told to me, all right. But still, like, if you saw the makeup effect on those two chicks,
we're streaming now again. I apologize for that. My dog's as big of an asshole as I am. That's just the goddamn fucking facts about it, all right? She came up in this bitch and was like, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit this switch that's got all the things to everything that you fucking do to run this radio. Fuck y'all. We ain't talking about this shit film no more. And I'll be real honest, in part, I think
your dog just helped us all.
I happen to agree with my wife. I agree with my wife and dog, actually. Wife said move on. Dog's like, fuck it, and turned the whole show off.
I would love to move on, please.
We are back on. Real quick, though, man. Real quick. We got to give it a rating, right? So, how many Fs?
It does not deserve a rating. It does not deserve no rating at all.
Damn, my wife said it's triple F for fail, fail, fail.
and to everybody that made this film, including you, Stacey Davidson, Laura Bryant, and Ted Geogrammy, whatever the fuck your last name is, I hope you die of anal cancer.
And I'm not that angry, but yeah, the movie kind of sucked.
That movie sucked, but there was a dick in a sock, and that was kind of funny.
Well, but anyway, moving on.
I mean, come on. There was a dick in a sock, man. But again, sorry about that, Jesus.
The only funny part was when he and his brother were just like trying to say their last words, "I love you," and the guy with the mohawk said, "I fucked your wife," but said she was sucking my dick, and she wanted to spit in my mouth and shit. Wasn't into it. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
For anybody that doesn't know, that's called snowballing. And watch Clerks. What the fuck? How do you fuckers not know what snowballing is? Like,
I know that. I know what snowballing is. I'll never do that in my life.
Dude, I'd be furious. But that's besides the point. For real, dick in a sock.
Why would you let a girl suck your dick and then have your cum in her mouth and spit in your mouth with it?
I don't know, but like the wife said,
I don't know, you might be hungry, I don't know.
Are we all in full agreement that this is triple F rated for fail, fail, fail?
Yes.
Yes.
Ain't that some shit?
And I'll never fucking watch this shit again. God fucking damn it.
Cyanide loves everyone, he says. That's what's up. What's up? Cyanide up in the motherfucking chat and shit. We gotta move on though. Sweatshop was shitty. None of us recommend it. That's just the truth. But the middle child of tonight's show was my choice. And I'll be real honest, guys. I chose this movie knowing that nobody would probably like it.
I haven't seen this movie since I was probably 8 or 7 years old.
And I seen it back in the day when I was younger. What made me choose this extensively was I was over getting the kiddo from my sister-in-laws, and they were fucking playing hide and seek and shit, and she was off doing something. She's like, here, you could throw something on, and I was on the HBO, their little fucking you know, Netflix type, you know, pick your movie, and I seen Deep Rising. I was like, hey, I ain't seen that in a long goddamn time. So it just kind of, and personally, I gotta say, I enjoy this film, fuckers. Right? I think Deep Rising is a damn good movie. Now, this was made in motherfucking, let me get to the right page. Oh, wait. Wrong page. Right page. 1998. Oh, shit. So I guess we technically should have started off on this one. But whatever, Chuckklez. You wanted to get Sweatshop out of the way. Oh, wait. No, this is the... never mind. My brain's insane. Yeah, fuck it. Like, insane in the membrane up in this bitch. Right? So 1998. That's when this film was made. And look, this is an action horror monster film. That's what this is at its base.
It was more like a suspense action film to me, in my opinion.
Now,
it kind of was a ripoff of a billion different movies, just a bunch of ripoffs just combined into one movie.
You're very right. Now, let me put this thought in your guys' head. Let's say the main actor, get rid of him and make it Harrison Ford. Does that make it a better film?
I just heard nope in the background.
No.
That's yeah.
You can't polish a turd.
Because that was actually the person that was initially supposed to be cast in the role, was Harrison Ford. He turned the role down. I mean,
because he knew it was going to be shit.
Well, I mean, if you look at it though, that the character Finnegan, I think is the character's name, if memory serves me proper. I'm really bad with names, fuckers. Sorry. Like just all around, even in real life. But if that character, he was written in a way that it played very Han Solo-ish.
It's just like he had like this attitude, like he just like for some reason will make you hate this dude so much because he looks like a cocky asshole that does not give a shit but himself.
That's Han Solo.
One thing about this movie is that they all kind of seemed like douchebags, and I couldn't give a shit if any of them died. That's
exactly.
That's a major issue that I have with this movie, is that I'm like, wow, there's not really any characters that I'm rooting for or give a shit if they...
Even the mechanic?
The guy who would play that role is that pussy guy from The Mummy. Who
That's what else he was
like
in.
Morty?
Chuckles, thank you. The Mummy.
Yeah, he was cool. He was funny as fuck. But other than that, though, everybody rest can like go suck my dick.
He kind of annoyed me too. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry. This movie bugged me. There was just nothing I really liked about it.
All I know is my wife's favorite part of this. Well, real quick, let's say. So I mean, what it boils down to is there's a bunch of motherfuckers on a boat. They're driving to a fucking spot. You don't know where the fuck it is, and they end up being a cruise ship. But this cruise ship's gotten attacked by this weird random thing. Now, the reason I bring this up is because the second they get hit by this thing, which is a big ass monster. Spoilers, by the way, motherfuckers, for all these films. If you fucking have ever tuned into Freaky Fucked Up for your hour and not aware of that, I'm sorry. If you weren't aware of that, and you're like, we just spoiled movies. All these movies. None of them have good ratings on anywhere, so you really shouldn't be that upset we're spoiling. It's not like we're fucking spoiling Avengers Infinity War for you or anything, right? But at that moment when he gets attacked, there's that chick that goes into the toilet. And,
that was like the one memorable scene I remember watching as a kid was that bitch getting sucked inside the toilet.
Bro, I'm sitting watching this with my wife. And she goes, I hope she gets sucked down the toilet. And I'm trying not to giggle because I know it's about to happen. I'm like, damn.
It did happen.
Yeah.
That was like one memorable scene that was actually pretty classic and original. I've not seen that in a movie somewhere before.
Somebody getting sucked. Yeah. And not that I can think of. But back to your point, Elmo, you're right. I mean, this was, when it was released, it was considered a ripoff of Alien more than anything else.
It kind of reminded me of like a Tremors knockoff. The way they were like, I don't know, they kind of seemed like worm things, and they were under the ship pulling people in. I was like, is this like Tremors at sea?
Pretty much like the seawater. It's like the Tremors' long lost cousins.
Sea Tremor. It's like Tremors, except now we're not in the desert. Now we're in the ocean.
Pretty much, yeah.
Allie just said she was happy to torture us.
Move along.
Motherfucker, whatever. Yeah, we're past that, right? And I did Dawn of the Dead, the original, Cyanide. You're right, it's dope. But we fucking reviewed that a while ago on our George Romero special. I don't think you were around for that one, Elmo. You joined us on the second part where it was the non-zombie films.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could check that actually reviewed because Dawn of the Dead is the shit. I love the original as well as the new.
But you know what character that was very memorable? I remember watching that movie was that Australian cat. Was he the guy that played Kano in the Mortal Kombat movie?
Yep, he was.
Oh, I knew that guy looked hella familiar.
Yeah,
I remember that voice anywhere.
I was like the whole movie. I kept thinking like, what have I seen that guy in? I kept like, yeah.
Yeah, I was doing that too after recovering after my drunken haze, and it's like, oh shit, that was the guy that played Kano in Mortal Kombat.
Oh god. Look, Lando says it's okay, but he says he can't say it's the best. But look, in my defense, he's talking about Dawn of the Dead. Well, fuck you. No, Deep Rising is okay.
Rising.
You got me
You're
on
gonna say Dead Rising again.
Deep Rising is an okay flick. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I'm a fan of Waterworld and Postman as well. I like fucking weird shit that's just not generally accepted by society to be good. So, fuck off. I like what I like. And again, like I said, I know this is a ripoff of a number of things. And yeah, Lando, fucking, that's why you didn't fucking call in and join us, because you haven't seen shit we were reviewing, which is kind of terrible.
I feel like I was watching a Mummy, but in a sea monster type way for some reason.
I mean, that's the thing, dude. It plays on so many different things. Like, it's a standard action flick in so many different ways. Like, the way the main character plays it. It's very Harrison Ford / Bruce Willis type role, I would say.
I was kind of hoping the thief chick was going to get eaten at the beginning of the movie. I was like, wait, are we going to let we're going to let like the one with the lowest moral compass be like the survivor of this? Like,
like I wouldn't be surprised she's going to be one of the survivors of this movie.
Yeah, I would have rather it seen it been the female from the boat.
Yeah, actually, yeah. There was she. In fact, she was like one of the only characters that wasn't absolutely annoying to me, and she gets eaten hella quick. I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right. She was like the only badass one. It was cool, and all of a sudden she gets eaten. I was like, you fucking asshole.
I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah,
baby.
and Lando, yeah, she was Asian too. So yeah, your baby mama just got eaten.
Sorry, bro. But I will say, if I could go and redo this film, one thing I'd change is the two people at the end of the film that would live would be the mechanic and his Asian fucking girlfriend, wife, whatever. It was really never clearly established what the relationship was, just that they had one, but what level it was at was never really clearly established.
Yeah.
But I think if they would have focused more on those two characters as opposed to the characters they did, they probably could have made a way more interesting film.
Yeah. I feel like how I was feeling about Deep Rising was what like Chuckklez was feeling when he was watching Sweatshop. I mean, maybe not to that extreme, but like the whole time I was watching Deep Rising, I was like, oh, will this fucking end?
It's like it wasn't as worse as Sweatshop though. I would say that.
No, because there was a fucking story.
Well, the thing is with Sweatshop, well, as I said, I think I was off air when I said this, is like, Deep Rising had a budget, so I feel like they had less of an excuse to be a shitty movie. Sweatshop, you could tell, like, the director probably had, like, negative $5,000 in his bank account after it was filmed, you know?
Now, as far as to the budget of that film, though, I do want to point out that, like I said, they were initially trying to cast Harrison Ford. When he declined, they cut the budget in like half.
Yeah, because he knew that this movie was not his thing, so they chose what's his name, Treat Williams. I haven't seen that motherfucker in a while for some reason. In fact, I don't even know who he was at first, so I saw this movie.
I mean, I've seen him in like sitcoms back in the day, man, and shit. Like I can see where I know where I've remembered his face, and maybe to the point where I had to look him up on IMDb, to be real honest. But I mean, there's little things I've seen him in, more TV than anything though, just like little guest appearances here and there on shit. I don't know, man. Look, I enjoyed the film. I like it. I think it's interesting that it starts out as a fucking heist and then turns into a monster flick. But I'm also a fan of monster flicks. Like, Godzilla is my shit, y'all. Like, I love me a good Godzilla film. I love some King Kong in this bitch. You know? Give me a monster that is just so big that it's like, oh, well, I guess we're all fucked.
They did my boy dirty, Nimon Hanuso, who's a brother man, the African brother, bald-headed African brother. They did my boy dirty on that movie, dude. The moment you open up the vault, he gets a fucking axe to the fucking face. Like, what the hell?
Yeah! Like, that shows the stupidity of them motherfuckers. Like, they open a vault with a bunch of people, and they smoke, like, 6, 7, 8 people right there with them goddamn guns. But, you gotta say, tell me you wouldn't want one of them guns.
Them guns were awesome. The moment they start shooting them the first time, they also liked it again, and they start shooting again. Yeah!
You
like,
would
calm
do the same shit. So would I. I'd love to just sit and empty a clip off that motherfucker. Oh my god, full auto. That'd be a fucking blast. And then
almost like
really...
shaking his head right now.
But who's shaking his head?
Elbow.
Oh,
he's
what?
so quiet
Elbow?
right now. He's probably
What?
looking at us like shaking his head.
I'm just not fucking with this movie. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm just generally not fucking with this movie.
Elmo's all sitting over there. It's like, I just have no opinion. Whatever.
I just was like, oh, it's like, this has been done. Oh, this has also been done. This has also been done. I was like, you know, not bring anything new to the damn table.
And now,
like the same thing in the ending part. It's just like, I know they have the power to just end it. Just end it.
Yeah, and then they had to like put out that stupid like setup for a sequel, even though there was no way this was gonna have a sequel anyway.
There was never a sequel at the end of it.
They
I'm
totally
kind of
gave you
upset
that,
about
like,
that.
ooh, what if there's a sequel ending? You know,
No,
like
I
they totally
wanna
gave you
know
that.
what the thing in the trees was.
Probably
it was more of those
dinosaur,
things.
like some Jurassic Park type shit.
I'm probably like one of the only people in the planet that wants to know what that thing in the trees was.
The only person on the planet who likes this movie.
Hey, look, it had like a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a shit score, but...
I think Greasy Strangler got a way higher rating than that, just saying.
I don't fucking use Rotten Tomatoes. Like, I got time for that shit.
The only thing that was what caught me off guard was just the back in the days when CG effects were coming up new. It was just so bad looking until they upgraded their shit to this year that we're in now.
I'm still not a fan of a lot of modern CGI. I miss the puppets and, you know, non-computer.
I miss the realistic shit where it actually looks real, but like when they start to get CGI in some of the films, it just looks so cheesy. You know what I'm saying?
I will say the where they finally fucking break it out and show you that it was actually just all one creature as opposed to a bunch of smaller ones. That looks like some shit out of the fucking like the original Resident Evil.
It just looks like a retarded-looking octopus that try to look like the Predator and shit, or Alien version.
It looked like the monster changed like several times throughout the movie. Like, it seemed like they almost like they didn't know which monster they were gonna pick for, because I swear that motherfucking monster looked hella different in different shots of the movie.
Now wait.
And I'm just so happy the doctor that torments Hannibal Lecter was killed in that movie.
Hell yeah. But hey, wait, Elmo, they only showed that monster at one particular point, and that was the very, very end.
Really? Oh, they never showed the whole thing till the end. Maybe, never mind.
They just showed like his tentacles and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so what the fuck you talking about?
he just got to that point where it's like it almost came to a reveal and say, bro, I'm done with this movie. I don't even care about the ending no more.
Elmo was so paying so little attention that he just caught like little views of each side, and he thought it was a totally different like creature.
Well, that's how very non-engaging this movie was to me. Like, I was like, oh my god, will this movie fucking end?
Whatever. I want to know what's next. Where's my sequel?
There was no sequel. They were just stuck on the island forever, not knowing what the fuck was in those trees, and that's it. They didn't have the budget enough to make a sequel.
No,
Yeah.
it's not that they didn't have the budget enough. It's that, look, this movie had a budget of like, I think it was like 35 million, if memory serves me proper. And its box office was like 14.
Yeah, they lost hella money.
Yeah, they lost hell a lot of money and they couldn't make the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't usually make sequels when they lose that much money. Like, oh, let's make a sequel to something we lost millions literally on. Like,
you generally can't lose $20 million and be like, you know what I'm gonna do? Make more of those.
yeah, you can't
No,
do it.
not gonna
You can't
happen, bud.
Yeah, well,
But again,
Yeah,
fuck
'cause-
y'all. I enjoyed it. You know, I would recommend this film, but I recommend it that if you're gonna watch it, you go in knowing that you're watching a fucking old school, pretty cheesy, 90s type action fucking monster suspense film. You know what I'm saying? And don't expect to be really surprised, but I think there are some moments that are chuckle worthy, in my opinion. Not to play a pun, Chuckles, sorry.
Well, it was chuckle-worthy in certain scenes where it's just laughable, and just other than that, it just like it was not as good. It's not as terrible as Sweatshop was, but it's like it was okay.
And it is not as bad as Lords of Salem.
Oh yeah, that was like both Sweatshop and Lords of Salem.
See, so
I can
we
agree.
and Meet the Feebles, and I would even say I know Elmo's gonna say
That
fuck
Meet the
you.
Feebles should have gotten an Oscar.
Shut
I
the
actually
fuck.
like Meet the Feebles.
And it wasn't as good as and it's better than the Greasy Strangler too.
Greasy Strangler, best movie of all time.
See what I have to deal with, fuckers, when I do that. You see what, ladies and gentlemen, you see what the fuck I put up with.
We're just
from my
like fighting
co-hosts?
with each other what we think is a good movie, and they say, no, this movie is the best. You know what? This movie was the best. Fucking serious? This movie was the best.
We should do an episode just like that. It's just us bitching at one another. That movie was better. No, that movie was better. No, that movie
It's
was
like
better.
a fight that no one's ever gonna win.
Motherfucker, we are not doing Dracula from the 30s, Lando. What the fuck? This motherfucker just said if I ever guest host again, we're gonna do Dracula from the 30s.
Oh, like the black and white Dracula film?
God damn, whatever. Look, so again, like
It'd
I
be
said,
better than Sweatshop.
it's probably better than most
I
of the
agree.
shit. Yeah, we reviewed tonight, but that's besides the point. But like I said, look, fucking Sweatshop got a triple F rating for a triple fail, right? I want to know, guys. I don't think Deep Rising gets a triple fail. Does it get a triple F for that reason from any of y'all?
Maybe a
Well, it
double
wasn't
fail.
scary. It wasn't fucked up. It wasn't like bring the fear in me, though.
Well, it's freaky, fucked up, and frightful, bro. What do you like? Why'd you said scary and it didn't bring the fear? That's the same
Like
shit.
I said, it
Chuckles.
just didn't scare me at all. It just like the only scene that was memorable was the bitch getting sucked into the toilet.
Okay, and two. Let me just ask y'all then. Like, y'all don't think that's kind of fucked up? Imagine if y'all was on a cruise ship and suddenly it's like, poof, and it's like you hit something, and then these tentacle things come out and start eating everyone.
Well, I mean, that would suck, but it wasn't a scarily executed thing in the movie.
But I'm asking, don't you think it's a little fucked up?
I mean, I wouldn't give it any F rating for that scene either.
If it was fucked up, it's just like if they would have did better with the CGI to make it look realistic, it just like it would have got my F for fucked up rating. Yeah.
Be interesting to see this remade today, I think.
No.
Shut down hella quick.
Okay.
No.
It would be interesting to see this remade today with the same script writer that wrote the next film we're reviewing.
Well, if Wes Craven made it, it would probably been a better movie.
I would fucking
Yeah, it would have been a lot better.
It's Wes Craven, right? So they say no F's at all. I say that shit's kind of freaky, just because I don't know. It's something I watched as a kid too, though, and like being on a ship like that and then some shit that's freaky as fuck to me. I mean, it really wasn't frightening. It was more funny than anything, and motherfucking said it's not really scary. So I think it's just a little fucked up in the capacity. That's a big ass monster attacking a cruise ship, and the way it was done, it was a monster that was kind of smaller monsters at the same time, which I think that's interesting. I think that's something that I don't know if you'd seen at that point. You know, I know Cloverfield did that as far as the monsters dropping off the bigger monster, but I can't think of another film where they got a monster and it essentially has smaller appendages that are attacking on a far lesser level than the larger one is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how about that last house on the left?
Man.
All right, fine. Well, we all agree that Elmo won this episode. This is the only film that I like.
All right, look. You said we all agree, motherfucker? Dude, what?
Come on. At least it was gory, it was fucked up, and it like brought the fear, because this was one of Wes Craven's first movies that fucked up everybody's minds when they watched it.
This was the first of its kind. This is 1972. This is when people were still shocked by movies like The Exorcist and the original Psycho.
Yes, and Maniac.
Alright, so yeah, and again, this is 1972. It was written and directed by Wes Craven.
First
Rest
movie.
in peace, by the way.
I just have to make one point before we even get in depth to the story. When this chick's talking to her parents before all the nuttiness starts, the dad goes, God made clothes, blah blah blah. God didn't, even if you believe in God, you dipshit, God didn't make clothes, people did. What the fuck? Terrible writing.
That was kind of funny to me. It was funny. It's like, God made clothes. Like, no, what? Who said that shit?
The clothing is pretty man-made.
It was not written in the Bible. To anybody, you Bible humpers and like who read this shit, it's not in the Bible. Trying to look up in your pages and shit.
One of those, like at the beginning when oh wait, we should probably go more into the plot first.
Well, make Chuckklez do it. You do it. You chose this shit.
Well, this is Elmo's choice,
my
so
bad.
he does it.
Yeah. So basically the premise is two girls are going out to party, and
Two girls,
parents
one
are
cup. Oh wait.
Two girls, one cup.
Sorry.
No cup, just pants.
No, they don't
Anyway.
have pants because God made clothes, God damn it, and we don't believe in God over here. No fucks given radio.
All right, so two girls go out partying. They find a guy who supposedly is going to get them some pot, and he ends up actually being a part of this junkie serial killer, like child molesting, psychotic family that kidnaps them, and then ends up actually killing the girls behind one of the girls' parents' house without knowing it, because they live in one of those houses in the middle of nowhere, which is the last house on the left.
House on the left.
Now, real
Yeah,
quick though,
and
before we go any farther, I just want to point out $20 for an ounce of weed. What the fuck?
that was the 60s for you, bruh.
Yeah, you don't see that shit anywhere. That's some weak weed.
Well, yeah, hippies used to like roll like giant. Whenever you see pictures of like stoners with like giant joints from the 60s and 70s that look like it got 3 pounds in the joint, it's because you needed to roll joints that had like fucking a pound in it to get high. Like weed was hella weak back then.
Pretty much, like, and you sell it for like $20, and I was like, no, thank you. That's some weak ass shit that you're selling there, bub.
Yeah, in the late 70s, Colombian gold was the shit, and yeah, if you had some Colombian gold, that shit is hella weak compared to what's out now.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, that's not even comparable. It was just funny to me to hear that. I was like, huh, $20 for an ounce. That's funny as fuck.
That's funny. So like, really, $20 for an ounce? Get the fuck out of here.
You know, one thing the Psycho Killer family did really well as far as acting is they really turned the sleaze up. Like, when you see this family, like, the minute they start talking, you already think they're, like, bad people. They did such a good job. Like, I really feel like the acting was kind of exceptional in that part of how sleazy the evil family was, you know. There was some acting in there that was a bit subpar, I'll admit, but they really brought on the, like, weird, disgusting, bad people that you should loathe, you know what I mean?
And
yeah, it's just like, and it makes you hate them even more, like how good and well their acting skills is.
And I gotta ask, like, why in the fuck would, as those two females, would you not instantly, like, be, I'm done, like, I'm good? Like, I feel like I don't know, them bitches just went along with that shit way too easily for me.
Because people were stupid back in the day for trusting anybody. That was like back in the serial killer years, pretty much.
Yeah, that's when people, that's like, not that many, like, famous serial killers were out. I think people were probably a little bit more trusting then, you know. You didn't have people like fucking Ted Bundy and shit running around, you know.
Exactly.
Fair point.
Is that people thought it was like back then when people thought it was safe to even go outside, but not knowing what the consequences were when you go outside, type shit. And who you trust and who you meet.
Yeah. So yeah, so these girls, they get kidnapped, and they throw them in the trunk. They're driving around, and the car breaks down, and they take them into the woods, and then that's where shit gets pretty fucked.
And real quick, before you say, like, so the car breaks down, and I think, before shit gets really fucked, the cops drive to the parents' house, talk to him a little bit, and then drive right by this goddamn broke down car. These fucking cops have to be the two dumbest ass fucking cops I have ever seen in my fucking life in a film.
Yeah, I really just got on my nerves. That's when I mostly, like, this is the main reasons why cops I just don't respect, because they're that fucking stupid and don't check their scenes or areas when they're driving and shit.
Yeah, and just how, like, I don't know, I think one thing the movie kind of fucks with you is that it's like there's so much of this that could have been prevented if there was actually competent cops that knew what the fuck they were doing in that town, because, you know, it's like, because if you think about it, it's like, even if you didn't suspect that car was up to something, hey, maybe we should stick around and see who owns the car and ask some questions about some missing people, you know what I mean? Like, do some actual fucking detective work. Be a goddamn cop.
That's when cops back then, even still to that day, it's just like they didn't give a shit.
Yeah, see, I think that's just kind of, like, unfortunately, I think that's just a lot of people in general in life as far as just being fucking half-assed about shit. I can't even lie. Like, I half-assed starting this show and forgot to switch that over because I was recording earlier. But that's my fault. I'm not gonna fucking lie. My bad. No fucks given, fuckers. You know, another point I want to make about this film real quick, though, is fuck that whole soundtrack.
Yeah.
That whole soundtrack to this film, like, when I'm watching this film, I'm like, this soundtrack does not match this movie.
It literally did not. Yeah, I agree with that. It just sounded like something that should not have been on this film.
It's interesting, because I've watched a lot of different things on this, because I've, you know, also, it's a part of the video nasties, and with this movie as, like, you know, definitely a cult fan base, and I've definitely heard one or the other that some of the inappropriately happy music over the tone of the movie made it darker, but then some people were like, some of the inappropriate inappropriately happy music kind of actually like fucked the whole vibe up. It's definitely a lot of people who've watched this movie are definitely have different opinions on this. I've just noticed that in a lot of reviews I've read for this.
I mean, there's a chase scene at one point. It's like the very first chase scene where old girl gets away and then the other chick runs. And there was a noise and it was in the track. It was a part of the soundtrack, and it had me thinking my TV was fucking up or something was like, because I'm like, this don't fit this fucking movie.
It clearly did not. Yeah.
I just mean like a weird sound. Like I don't even know. It's just a very. I think if there's any place that this movie was epic failed as much as fucking Chuckklez thinks Sweatshop did, and as much as fucking Elmo thinks Deep Rising did, then it was in the soundtrack. The soundtrack, in my opinion, was an epic fail. All around. I'm sorry. Like, if you completely redid the soundtrack to this film, like all the backtracks throughout everything, it could be a better film just by fixing that one error.
I kind of agree to a certain extent. Yeah, I mean, I think they could have. If they had if they had somebody who did like, because one thing to keep in mind too is that this is Wes Craven's first movie.
Yeah.
If this had been made after Nightmare on Elm Street, and he was able to have the money to like get like, you know, Danny Elfman or like one of those people that does hella movies, like, yeah, there was a lot of scenes that would have been scarier with better music, definitely.
You know what's so funny? The moment you said that, they said a fun fact about this, that the killers in this movie inspired Wes Craven to even create Nightmare on Elm Street to begin with.
Oh yeah, I was going to talk about that. Yeah,
real quick, before you can go into that next, but I just want to say that, and I'm not accusing you of anything, Wes. Before I say this, I just want to clarify. But between this film and fucking his creation of Freddy Krueger, I'm really surprised this motherfucker ain't got a Harvey Weinstein background. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Well, yeah, the movie has some very disturbing themes in it. You know, the like one scene that really made me uncomfortable the first time I saw this movie was when they're like forcing the girls to mess with each other. I don't know, there was just something so icky about that. Just like they're like best friends, they don't want to be touching each other, but they're gonna like mutilate them if they don't. I just remember that. I remember that scene made me so uncomfortable the first time I saw it.
Yeah, it was just like, it just got to that point. It's like every rape scene pretty much that makes everybody uncomfortable, where they force people to do certain things they don't want to do and shit like that. It makes the viewers like, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
it kind of makes you that feel just like, it kind of makes you that feels like if I see these motherfuckers in real life, I'm gonna knock them the fuck out.
Knock them out? Yeah. Fuck that! I'll open a throat up.
Yeah, yeah, and I think there's something really diabolical about them just, you know, doing things to them. Not just, I think I found the stuff before like the main rape scene, which was actually one of the reasons this movie was like made illegal in like England for a decade and was like illegal to obtain. But like before, just something really diabolical, as there's no physical pleasure they're really getting off this when they're making them piss their pants and kiss each other. It's just, they are just genuinely getting off on their human suffering, which is just something, is just kind of next level dark in my mind.
Well, you have a fucking sadistic rapist, a fucking child molester, and a fucking sadist of a woman all together loving this shit. What do you expect?
Yeah, there was just, yeah, that whole, I remember the first time I saw it, I remember renting it from, you know, VHS. This is a long time ago, the first time I saw it, and I remember being just so freaking uncomfortable, that whole scene. I was just, yeah, that scene fucked with me the first time I saw it.
Look, And let me clarify for all you fuckers out there watching. If you watch this movie and that shit does not make you uncomfortable, chances are you're a piece of shit. Just saying.
Yeah, and this fucked up part was when he took the main girl and just like carved his name on her chest and then raped her and then killed her and just tossed her in the leg like garbage.
And wait, real quick, as far as the rape scene, that is a really weird face to make during sex.
I mean,
Yeah.
what face do you make when you're getting raped, though? I mean, I don't know.
No, I meant the dude who was doing the raping, not the chick that was getting raped.
Krug or something like that.
Hey, he had a really weird expression on, guys. Like,
you know, the guy who plays that, I watch a lot of 70s sleazy grindhouse movies, and that guy has played several like different serial killer, sleazy rapist characters in movies.
Probably does that shit in real life, probably.
Well,
all I
he
know
just
is,
looks
hey,
like a creep.
Lando says, you want to know what real human suffering is, Elmo? You want to know?
I'm reading it. Lando, have you even watched the damn movie?
Lando said the Greasy Strangler, for anybody over there listening on the radio not able to read the motherfucking YouTube comments. Apparently the Greasy Strangler is real human suffering. You can check our review on that a couple episodes back on the No Fucks Given Hour over on www.nofucksgivenradio.com, motherfuckers. Again, if you over on the
Lando,
YouTube,
you don't get to talk about Greasy Strangler until you watch Greasy Strangler. Rules of life.
yeah, because I don't think he has, man. He's probably watched the trailer. I mean, Chuckles, you finally watched that film, didn't you, bro?
Yeah, I watched the movie and I regret even watching it. I would say it was funny, but other than that, though, it's just like I didn't want to eat a hot dog later after what we just seen. Even though shit that we saw on Sunday too. We're not going to talk about that shit either.
I'm good with the hot dog. Let's go back to the. Actually, both of these films are really uncomfortable. Can we just wrap the show now?
All right, now
we're actually running.
I'm kidding. Hold on. Look, because I do just want to say, man, like, and I marked like 47 minutes into this film. I noted, and I was like, I am not enjoying this movie. I literally wrote that down. 47 minutes, not enjoying this film. That's what my notes say. Because I wasn't. I have, like, look, I don't like sexual predators. If you are a sexual predator, I think you should do the world a favor and commit harikari or sabuka. That's where you take a short blade and you shove it into your middle abdomen and you take it as far across as you can before you die. Because, you know, that's what you fucks deserve if you're sexual predators. Lando says he's seen the trailer. He's good.
Oh, yeah, so let's back to Last House on the Left.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we should finish the review on this. This one was actually.
Damn it.
Well, let's get to the part where they get revenge. The girl's parents get revenge on these motherfuckers.
Well, let me just ask this, and this is, I guess this is one of the problems I have with the film, is the fact that they broke down right next to that bitch's house. Really?
Yeah, it is like, yeah, you really fucked yourselves for doing that, like, outside of the house and shit and not knowing what's going to happen.
And not even that, but dude, I want to say, let's say I drive fucking a state over and I go out and I fucking grab 2 random chicks and then I start driving. What in the fuck is the probability that my car breaks down right next to one of them bitches' parents' house?
It's very unlikely, but it makes for a movie.
No, it makes me think of some Hitchhiker's Galaxy Guide. Like, these motherfuckers must have had an improbability drive in their motherfucking car, not an actual engine. Yeah, I just took this shit super nerdy. Prepare for the return of Super Nintendo. Yeah, but that'll be coming up soon. We'll get more to that at a later point in time, ladies and gentlemen. But I mean, seriously, it's just really odd that they broke down so close to that home to me. But this is where I started to enjoy this film a little bit. It was about at the hour and 10-minute mark, where they get in the house and it starts to take the proper turn that I feel took way too long. Way too long. Again,
well, I think they did that for a reason. So they torture you. They visually torture you with these scumbags so bad to the point to where when you see bad things happen to them, you're just giddy to see them die, which is a weird emotion to have, you know?
It just
Not
makes
really.
you that eager feeling. It's like, oh my god, will there be a scene where these motherfuckers get killed or anything? Like, come the fuck on, yo.
Yeah, so I feel like Wes Craven did that on purpose. Like it was he made the he made the horrifying stuff done to them longer than the revenge scene. So when you get to the revenge, you're just cheering for the parents to get revenge. You're like, fuck yeah, kill these motherfuckers.
For real though, man, that was the one scene I really loved from this film. It was taking so long, like you said. And when it gets to that part, till they finally found out who these motherfuckers were and what they did to their daughter. And it's like, oh yeah, you think you guys are just gonna get away with this shit? You're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
And man, the way the first one gets taken out, I just like Elmo, I'll let you describe it.
Hey,
Let's see which one. Let's see the first one.
The biting.
Let's see.
the
biting, yeah. The wife seduces one of them outside. He thinks he's gonna get a blowjob, and then she just bites into the dick.
No. I want to point out though, he does get a blowjob to near completion. Now, here's the thing I don't understand about this scene personally. You know this motherfucker has just participated in the murder of your daughter. Why don't you bite his dick off the second after it's in your mouth and hard?
Oh, there's a good
off.
reason. No, there's a good reason because it's gonna. There's more feeling when you're erect, so she knew it hurt more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, get him good and hard and then bite it off. She made it to where that motherfucker was almost at the brink of orgasm.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, the
Just saying.
yeah, that is questionable. That is questionable. I understand the point of getting it hard because all the blood flowing to it. Also, that would hurt. That's gonna hurt way more because there's way more blood.
And it's also gonna.
I was
increase
expecting
the blood
not her to
flow.
do that at all. Like give him head and it just like be going down low, but just cut his dick off and shit.
Well, no, I mean, I understand, like, and just the visceralness of wanting to actually physically bite it off. I would understand wanting to physically hurt someone like that. Because, look, if somebody hurt my kid, well, you'd better pray to God I never get a hold of you, dude. Because I'll fucking make, like, if there is a hell, by the time you get to it, you'll be like, Satan, thank God. This one dude's had me for fucking months. You know, like, that's what will happen. Like, legit. And I also understand what I said, because once you get a motherfucker hard, it increases the blood flow. So you're going to assure that he bleeds out fairly quickly. And you're obviously wanting these motherfuckers to die. I don't know. The fact that she brought him so much to the brink, that point, I didn't understand, I guess.
Yeah,
like
well,
if you've seen this in the remake version of Last House on the Left, they never show that scene in that movie.
See,
yeah.
And now, you bring that up, Chuckles, and I was kind of wanting to, but didn't. But since you did, correct me if I'm wrong, in the remake, don't they just kind of show the fuck up at a house?
Pretty much and shit, but and the daughter's still alive and all that.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
They did it a little different. The remake had sort of a happier ending, I guess. Because one of the girls actually survives.
Yeah, and the ending, what happens to that main the killer and shit. We'll get to that later, though. But back to the original version before we get to that part.
A couple of fun. There's 3 facts I wanted to touch up on really quick about the movie. This just shows how much of a badass Wes Craven is. You remember the dream sequence with the teeth? Yeah. So Wes Craven, when writing that movie, this is what I found out from that other video I put in the group chat. But so he was actually studying human psychology to find out what the things that men fear the most, and apparently psychologists said the 2 things men are most afraid of happening is losing their teeth or their genitals. So he wanted to put both of those into that movie. I thought that was kind of badass. And he did a
fantastic job on that shit.
Those are the 2. Like, I guess at the time, psychiatrists decided those were the 2 biggest male fears. So he preyed upon that, and apparently, but yeah. Actually, I'm gonna rewatch that video before I say the last fact. I don't want to misquote anything, but anyway, Wes Craven is a badass.
For real though.
And I can't
So, yeah,
argue
like-
that fact.
I want to like. That's a fear for me. I don't want to lose my genitals. What the fuck?
Apparently, men, teeth and genitals are the two scariest things that a man could lose, and Wes Craven went out of his way to come up with the most horrifying things that could possibly happen to the killers when the parents get revenge.
You know, real quick, to that point, I just gotta say, I'd rather lose my eye, or I'd rather lose all my teeth than my eyes, because my teeth can be replaced, my eyeballs cannot.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I don't know, though. Whatever. Psychological study said that, so that's fine. I just personally don't agree with it, but nobody said I was the psychological norm, so whatever. That's fucking fine.
well, I just like that Wes Craven did his homework to, like,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, going the extra mile there, Wes Craven. He always went the extra mile to make sure his movies were dope.
For real though.
Yeah, I can certainly agree with that, though. So yeah, no. So let's go back to the chomp. There's a chomp, and obviously when you get your dick chomped off when you're about to orgasm, you ain't gonna do much except fall over and bleed out. That's-
Yeah, you're gonna bleed out and die because you
Yeah.
easily, if you get your dick cut off, you can easily like lose a lot of blood more quicker than any other
I think
vital wounds in your
Let
body.
me double confirm this, but I believe you can bleed out in about 5 minutes from that. Go ahead and talk, gentlemen, while I find out how long it actually takes to bleed out from your dick.
Oh,
So the father, I said, the father, like, he does his turn, so he grabs a shotgun into the room where the two criminals were asleep and shoots at one of them. Then the main killer, like, escapes out of the living room and overpowers John before being confronted by Junior and his son. Then the chick, like, she runs out, and then she was about to escape, but then the wife catches her and tackles her to the ground. When she was almost about to escape, she falls into a fucking swimming pool and shit like that, and then the wife slits her throat in the water.
Yeah, I knew it does say here that you will bleed to death if you're left alone, ostensibly. Man, I can't find an actual time frame. The weird shit that this radio makes me fucking Google, ladies and gentlemen. I swear to God, we get the FBI showing up. What the fuck are you Googling all this shit for? It's all over the place. We can't even figure out what you're doing.
yeah, and then the weird heroine son tries to is like about to try and put a stop to all this, so to say. Then he points it at one of the killers, who's his dad, and then his dad just kind of punks him out and is shooting himself in the head.
Right.
I remember that was the other scene that I don't know why, I can't put my finger on it, but that whole scene was a super uncomfortable moment when I watched it. I don't know why. It just like I don't know, it gave me the heebie. I don't know, it just made my skin crawl. I don't know why. It just was so uncomfortable when he's in his face being like, blow your brains out, blow, and then he fucking does it, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I want you to take the gun, I want you to put it in your mouth, and I want you to blow your brains out.
I remember it was so uncomfortable at first. Like, that scene, I don't know why. Like, I can't give like a physical explanation of why it made me that uncomfortable then, but it just did.
I don't know.
The way he just says it like that, it's just so weird.
I don't understand. I mean, that's why I think if they wouldn't have played up the fact that that dude was such a junkie, because he was. I mean, he's asking for a fucking fix throughout the whole film, pretty much. I think that's the only reason that worked, is because he was a junkie. It says that you will most likely bleed to death in a short amount of time. I'm unfortunately not able to get a time frame, ladies and gentlemen, but I honestly would assume within 5 minutes, having an erect penis and the arteries that you have within your dick, yeah, you got 5 minutes if you're lucky before you fucking die. Alright? I know Cindy Starfell can touch Lando's genitalia. What if she wants to bite him off, Lando? He's like, no comment. I'm good. He didn't want to talk about that. Yeah, but I don't get that though. Like the fact that he was able to so easily convince that dude to just blow his fucking head off.
I honestly think that, well, you see that, like, throughout the whole time, the junkie feels bad about it, and I think he kind of knew that he was so depressed about, like, what was happening around him, because they even said that at the beginning of the movie, that he has a brainwashed son that will literally do anything for heroin.
For real, though.
Like, I feel like there was partially an already suicidal part of his head at that point, and his dad was able to get into his head. Also, there's got to be something fucked up about your father looking you in the eyes telling you to kill yourself. That's fucked up.
Oh,
I want you to take the gun, and I want you to put it in your mouth, and I want you to blow your brains out.
All I know is Lando said he might be into getting his dick bit off by Cindy Starfall.
And Lando says I'm weird.
Yeah, and he says
for
I'm
real.
fucked up.
I'll totally back you up on that, bro, for real. You call Elmo weird because he's got a foot fetish, motherfucker? You want an Asian to bite your dick off? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I just want to give her a
Motherfucker,
foot
this ain't
massage.
guinea
You're
pig.
talking about getting your dick eaten away.
God damn.
Yeah. So yeah, the father like goes down to the basement and he grabs himself a chainsaw, and the killer thought that the gun was still loaded, but it was empty, so he was pretty much fucked at the last minute.
Yeah.
What would you do in that situation where you have nowhere else to go? You're pretty much booby trapped throughout the entire scene, and the guy has a chainsaw. You're pretty much fucked.
I will say, I love the booby traps that this motherfucker set up, from just the shaving cream on the floor to the wire. But at the same time, there's this part of me that's like, why don't you fucking walk in that room, blow the bitch's head off, because fuck that bitch. The dude's already out in the fucking front yard bleeding out. That other dude's gonna wake up shocked as fuck that you just blew this bitch's head off right next to him in bed. You start beating the shit out of him with the gun, tie his ass up, and take your sweet ass time.
For real.
That's just me, though.
Yeah. Also, I think Wes Craven didn't have the budget to make a full 2-hour movie.
Probably that's why, so he had to cut it short to make it more, like, less reasonable or less realistic, to make it, like, get it on with, just kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, because I was thinking, this is because, like, Wes Craven is a horror legend now. When he made that movie, that's his first movie. Nobody knew who the fuck he was. And he had the balls to make a movie like that in that time when nobody knew who he was. Like, a lot of directors would consider making a movie like that career suicide. Let's just be honest.
Like, I remember he said in one of his interviews when he first saw the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he legit thought that these guys that made this movie were, like, complete psychopaths that thought the whole movie was realistic as fuck, so he decided to come up with that same idea with his own style to it, and he did a fucking badass job of making it more like that uncomfortable feel to it.
Lando, you ain't fucking normal. Don't even bring that shit to my goddamn front door. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Lando saying he's goddamn fucking normal. But I will say, man,
no, he's not.
Yeah, he did do an excellent job as far as taking and making something that was very much a real world possibility. You know what I'm saying? Which I think makes horror films a bit more frightening to watch if it's something that you're looking at going, fuck, dude, that could really happen.
And movies like this weren't like this was actually like that whole like revenge, like the revenge horror genre. That was like the first one.
It was the very first.
It was the very first of its genre. So we've got like, I mean, Wes Craven was responsible for a lot of the rape revenge or just revenge-based horror movies. Fucking Nightmare on Elm Street, which has been ripped off a million times. Scream, which has also been ripped off a million times too. Like, fuck. R.I.P. Wes Craven. That guy was a fucking god.
He was the originator, pretty much. Yeah, he passed away years ago, dude.
2015, bruh.
I missed that.
Yeah, he passed away in 2015.
My bad. Wait, fuck you, Lando just said compared to us three, he's normal. I, again, disagree highly, motherfucker. You said you wanted your dick bit off by an Asian. Ain't none of us trying to get our dicks bit off by anyone.
I don't know.
No, even if
foot massages or getting your dick bit off, which is weirder?
I'd
rather have a foot massage.
Yeah. No, if there's a single motherfucker, Elmo, that wants to argue with you about which one is weirder, getting your dick bit off or a foot massage, you should really just walk away from that like, dude, I'm good.
Is that really an answer? Is that really like a comparison answer?
Yeah, I don't even know how that shit's comparable. Like,
how's that comparable to like getting your dick get your dick bit off and having a nice, relaxable foot massage? Come on, Lando.
Yeah.
So I could see some chick trying to give him a foot massage, and then he's like, no, I'm not into that.
No,
Bite my dick
I don't
off.
want it. No, I'm good.
Bite my dick off. Not into that weird foot shit.
It's like, hey, baby, you want me to bite your dick off? Fuck yeah, I'm ready.
Can we stop talking about Lando's dick on the show, please?
Hey, we're keeping a reputation. You posted that this is the worst episode of Freaky Fucked Up Hour. May as well own it.
I mean, fuck it. Yeah, you're right, goddammit. For real. So I guess Lando's dick's gonna be on the table after the Asian spits it out.
I'd rather, like, which would you rather do? Like, die from getting killed in the chainsaw or you get your dick cut off or bitten off?
Chainsaw?
Chainsaw? Yeah, that's fucking humiliating. Get your fucking dick ripped off? What the fuck?
Yeah, at least if I go out with a chainsaw, I can go into whatever the afterlife is, regardless. And when a motherfucker walks up to me, how did you die? I can look at him and go, chainsaw, bitch. And yeah, but it wasn't Bruce Campbell. And then just walk away.
Instead of walking into the afterlife like, oh great, my dick got bit off. Like, that's not a cool story. That sucks.
I mean, the only thing would be better by getting killed with a chainsaw is if you could say Bruce Campbell did it.
Yeah, so you know what's so funny about that? What's weird about that scene when he kills him with a chainsaw? The sheriff just arrives out of nowhere and just tells him to stop, and then he just finally kills him with the chainsaw.
Well, I ain't stopping.
God, those cops suck.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking shoot me. You want me to stop fucking shoving that chainsaw down that fucker's face?
But it's like, they literally walk in when it's too late to save anybody. Like, period.
Yeah, because old girl just got her throat slit into the fucking pool.
In the swimming pool.
And
and they just walk in when he's killing the last guy like, wow, you guys showed up a little too fucking late. Jesus. Like, I was so mad at those cops.
Where the fuck you came from?
Yeah, I was like, okay, both girls are dead. You can't, there's not one criminal that's still alive that you could be a cop and take to justice or just, God, they failed.
Dude, you gotta love, though, how that fucking younger cop takes the chainsaw away from the dude.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just
I
like
wish I had that goddamn
sheriff
video
though
queued up.
That sheriff though, like if you came out to the wrong time in the scene where you killed a serial killer, you need to be fired.
Yeah, it's like they really did not do their job. They should have their badges taken away. In that universe,
they passed through the broken down car where their daughter was killed, like outside of their house, and all of a sudden, at the last minute, they arrive at the scene to be real cops and shit, but failed at it.
And wait, to go back on how stupid these cops are, real quick. Oh, well, it's full of chickens. You're gonna have to ride on the roof. Bitch, this is a police fucking issue, and I am taking possession of your car. Get the fuck out before I shoot you. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, cops can do that legally, can't they? Can't they commandeer your vehicle?
Yeah, they can.
In the situation of a fucking police emergency, fuck yeah, they can. Ain't you seen Die Hard?
Yeah, but I was thinking about it, like, that is a real thing. Like, yeah, if there is an emergency, like, I'm sure you probably get, like, I don't know, something happens to your car, you get, like, some city reimbursement or some shit. But, yeah, if it's to save lives, like, yeah, so they can be like, fuck you, give me the car.
For real.
Yeah, so I didn't understand
shit, if I was those cops and those teenagers that flipped us off, I'd just shoot, I don't know, I'd just fucking, I'd shoot
at them.
I'd just, like, shoot near them, and they'd probably freak out and, like, fucking be like, ah, don't kill me, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll probably do it just for fun.
Yeah. Them cops, man. Them cops were the epitome of stupid.
they were retarded. They were pissing me off throughout the entire thing.
It makes me wonder, do you think Wes Craven grew up in a town that had cops that were that stupid?
Well, they were in Connecticut, I believe, when they filmed this. I'm probably sure they were stupid.
I don't know where Wes Craven's even from.
I don't think so either.
Well, motherfucker, I can find out real quick. Shout out to motherfucking, he was born in Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to the Razor Dolls for getting me a computer that has the capacity for me to do all kinds of other shit while I'm streaming live. All right. But yeah, he was born in Connecticut, or he was born in Ohio, actually. So yeah.
Lando just retracted one of his comments.
How do you retract a fucking comment? I didn't even know you could do that.
I guess you can. You just retracted a comment.
Fuck? Message retracted.
Message retracted, yeah. I'm not even sure what he said. I just looked over at the computer. I was looking at my notes, and I just looked over at the computer. It said, Lando, parentheses, message retracted.
Oh, like, Lando, you giving too many fucks retracted messages, man. What the hell? Very curious. I don't know. I'm sorry, dude. I don't think Cindy's going to blow you. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it right out there like that, you know. Unless you pay her to come make a film and you decide you and her are going to be the stars in it. And then you might be able to, because, you know, that's what she does, but whatever. I'm pretty sure you're going to have to really present a contract and come correct with that and get a director and all that good shit. And it's just in the long run not going to be worth it. Order you an Asian wife and get her to bite your dick off, because apparently that's what you want, but to each their motherfucking own. Like, to each our own, man. We all picked shitty goddamn films this week, guys.
Yeah, this episode was kind of bad, especially with Sweatshop.
I still say
that's why I turned up the I turned up the triple F volume for the next episode.
Oh.
Like I immediately was like, okay, all right. After watching these, I was like, okay, I'm picking something to turn it up. I want something good to say next episode.
Yeah.
Like, we need some good films for the next episode. So I got a little list we're gonna go through too, and I've seen you offered that one up, Lando. We'll get to it eventually, right? But I gotta. Yeah,
anybody who is watching this and they give us like suggestions for us to watch, and we notice that it's a shit film, we're not gonna review it.
New rule.
This was the mistake that I chose for this shit, and I deeply regret it to the point that I just want to commit suicide for what I've done.
We need to make it a point that we all watch every film at least a week before the show. That way we can go, hey, we're going to switch that one. It was shit. There's no need to review it.
Yeah. I already know what my next movie is going to be for the next episode.
But both of you fucks would have probably fucking been like Deep Rising. We don't need to review that.
We didn't need to.
And I'd have been like, fuck you guys. Shut up. It's a good look. Look, if you like a good action suspense film with a 90s vibe, I recommend Last House on the Left. If you want to just feel terrible about the human race and then be like, oh, that was dope to see them guys killed, go check out The Last House on the Left. If you want to waste some fucking time, go check out Sweatshop.
If you really just like do not know good horror movies and you're a fan of that, this movie should be for you. And you just love shitty actings and people that you just deeply want to find them and then just like slit their fucking throats for being that terrible. I fucking hate this movie, god damn it.
I don't know, but Lando says if you kill yourself, he's replacing you. Alright, first off, I just want to clarify that, Lando, do you realize if Chuckklez killed himself and you're replacing him on No Fucks Given Radio, that means you are co-hosting 3 different shows, right, bro?
Is he co-hosting?
Yeah, I'm not. I changed my mind.
Yeah, don't kill yourself, asshole. We got 2 fucking shows tomorrow. We got shit to do, bro. I'll fucking co-host on 3 goddamn shows, man, and it ain't always fucking terrible. You know it's not, right? But before we cut about this bitch, we still ain't got to the end, right? So he chainsaws them. They show up. Actually, I guess we did get to the ending. Yeah, because
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
awkwardly takes the chainsaw away. That's such an awkward taking away of a chainsaw. I'm just saying, all right? But we got to rate this motherfucker, man, because ain't no films getting good ratings tonight except maybe this one. So, gentlemen, I want to know, was it freaky? Was it fucked up? And did it bring the fear?
I'd give this one
say-
2 Fs.
2 Fs? Which
Freaky and
was,
fucked up.
freaky and fucked up? All right. Not really. It didn't scare you at all, bro?
It scared me the first time I saw it, so maybe I am giving it a triple F because it scared me the first time I saw it.
I'll give it two Fs.
Which two?
I would say fucked up because the scenes were so fucked up, and I would say the fear because the guy that tells his son to kill himself, that was kind of like gives you like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think I'm going with a triple F rating because it scared the shit. That movie fucked me up the first time I watched it.
So we've had 2 films get a triple F rating from someone. The first one being the Sweatshop. That got a triple F from the wife for fail. That's not
Fail.
Yeah, it did get a triple F for just failing all.
Along with it, to anybody that created this film to die of an anal cancer.
God damn, bro. That was
I
harsh.
didn't even hate it to that extent.
Right? I mean,
I
for
just hope
real,
they make
right?
better movies.
And then we got Last House on the Left, right? Which has got a triple F from Elmo. It's got 2 of them from Chuckklez. I guess that makes me the tiebreaker, man. I don't know. With this one, I'd have to say it's definitely fucked up. All right? It's definitely a fucked up movie, and the fact that he was willing to put all that shit on film. Is it freaky? No, because more fucked up shit than that happens in the real world that we live in. And that's unfortunately very much the truth. If you know anybody like that, do me a favor, slit their throat. Was it scary? I mean, man, when I'm watching this film, I'm like, why are these fucking bitches at so many different points just not like, you know what, it's fight or flight. And when you realize you don't have the fight or the flight option, you just fight until you die. Fuck it. All right? That's just me, though. So it really wasn't scary to me. Now, on the other hand, it did very much cause my wife to jump when old girl's running and the machete comes in front of her and she has to stop real quick. That caused the jump scare for my wife. So in that, she would probably say that, but I'd just say it's really fucked up. It didn't scare me, and I wouldn't say it's that freaky. It's just, it shows the fucked up side of humanity, which it's unfortunate how extensive that is, but it's true. So I say 1F. So let's got 1, 2, and then 3. So, man, damn. Y'all, if we don't get a triple F rating next month, I'm canceling the show. I'm just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't canceling the fucking show. What the hell's wrong with y'all? Alright? Alright? Because for real, we got shit to do, and we'll be back, motherfuckers. Yeah, next month with another episode of the Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour. But I do want to let y'all know that I didn't prep this graphic proper at all, so it's going to pop up all big like that and shit when it shouldn't. It should have popped up nice and pretty like that right there. Yeah, because tomorrow night is the No Fucks Given Hour double feature in this bitch, right?
Yeah.
First we got Denosha X swinging by, and then Smoke Signals, 8 and 9 o'clock respectively. Make sure you catch that motherfucking shit, all right? And then after that, we're gonna take Saturday off because, you know, fuck y'all. I want to take Saturday off. What? It's my fucking prerogative. Yeah, but after that, we got Sydney Starfall coming up. Yeah, on Simple Sunday. Oh, Chuckles, what are you doing Sunday?
Masturbating.
Oh, while you're on the interviewing Cindy Starfall with me?
No, just like masturbating to this poster of this movie I'm going to review for the next episode.
Wait, what? You're...
No, I'm fucking with you, dude. Yeah, I'm going to be working on music and shit, just getting everything prepared for Gorefest.
I figured you might have been motherfucking masturbating to some weird-ass fucking movie poster. How the fuck am I supposed to know? We fuck with weird-ass shit over here.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said before, I'm just getting everything prepared. I'm supposed to get in the merch actually tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to get some new merch, t-shirts, bandanas, and female tank tops, all prepared for Gorefest that will be coming up on August 3rd. So be sure to get your tickets. And those who are from out of state are going towards Gorefest in Denver, Colorado at the Roxy Theater, it's all for free. So definitely be there.
Hell yeah, go check that out. I know they got a dope fucking lineup for Gorefest. You got any live shit coming up, Elmo?
Yeah, on July 28th, I am performing at Chris Club. I'm performing at Chris Club over in Vallejo, and I've also got a show August 3rd at Shattered Bar. I think that's the name in Las Vegas. So yeah, those are the next two upcoming shows. Also, for people who fuck with this show, TAR is up on YouTube. Traumatize a Rapper.
Yeah.
Me, Dano the Zombie, Chuckles the Head Hunting Clown is on that as the host. Shout out to Dummy Man on the camera. Our first two episodes have been released. We have interviewed the homie Ronan. We've had him watch Serbian film. We've had Kurt Brody watch Atros, and the Tony Gore episode is coming soon, and I'll keep everyone posted on that. So yeah, check it out. Traumatize a Rapper on YouTube for Shosen.
Yeah, and if we show this to Factor, what we showed Tony Gore, he's legit gonna cancel this show forever.
Yeah, don't pick that movie.
No, I'm not.
Wait. How the fuck can it? You know what? I don't even want to know how it can be worse with a Serbian film.
We can be safe to say it was the film that inspired a Serbian film to be made to this day.
All.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good, guys. I fucking done called the truce.
Serbian film was inspired from.
Jesus, I thought I called the truce. I really did. I wasn't trying to pick a terrible. I enjoy Deep Rise, and I wasn't trying to pick something that was terrible. I thought it was a fun, enjoyable fucking 90s flick. Whatever. Fuck y'all if I was wrong. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. But on the note of some live performances, man, I will say real quick, oh shit, that popped up big as fuck. See, I should have prepped this shit ahead of time, but I did not. But whatever. Fuck it, right? Because it's August 11th. Yeah, up in South Bend, Indiana. Cheers, motherfucking pub, right? You can catch Schizo in the house. Yeah, again, that's in South Bend, Indiana. Cheers pub. Myself and Mr. DKB will be putting a fucking set down. You catch me and him together. We got a lot of shit we gonna throw out. That's Mr. DKB of No Fucks Given Radio. You know what I'm saying? He's over on Super Nintendo as well as Aliens Ate My Broadcast, which we'll be able to catch an episode soon coming up. Because while we had that little issue where Kelly got abducted temporarily and wasn't able to make it, we have gotten a hold of her. The aliens brought her back, and we're going to bring her on to Aliens Ate My Broadcast, and we will be talking to Kelly Cabana here soon, ladies and gentlemen, on that particular note. But make sure you come out and catch me and him, yeah, up at Cheers Pub, South Bend, Indiana. Go over to fucking Gorefest. Make sure you catch Chuckles. All that LSP crew is going to be down there. I know they're going to be a fucking dope show. And make sure you catch Elmo wherever the fuck he said he was going to be, because I don't remember, bro. I'm sorry, but you can say it again if you want to.
Oh, yeah, July 28th, Chris Club in Vallejo, and August 3rd, the Shatter Bar in Las Vegas. I'll be at both of those shows, so come see me.
And all them pretty ladies, be sure to come there with your feet bared out, like ass naked towards Elmo, and you'll love it.
Yes.
And apparently Chuckles jerks it to mannequin posters. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, have a good fucking night. All you fuckers, just make sure you like, subscribe, check out the website for past episodes, and fuck the fuck off. Peace.
Fuck Sweatshop.